Hello. Good moon day to you. Good Monday, good moon day. Hello. Um what did I today I was working on stuff for the Goddess Gathering. So I kind of just wanted to talk about it, what it was, what it is. Um because you may be like, "Well, why should I even bother attending?" So that's what I wanted to discuss. Um I'm gonna try to keep this under 20 minutes, so fingers and toes crossed. But um, this is now October, so around this time last year, um, I launched my Patreon, but I wanted to have an offering specifically for women, um, because so many grew up in a faith where their divinity was not acknowledged. Everything about the divine was associated with the masculine. And I wanted something that reminded us that our femininity is also divine. Um, and that we also carry masculine energy. Like, we're not separate from that either. Um, and I was doing Sacred Woman, and I had joined a sister circle, and I really enjoyed being in the sister circle. But there was just something, I don't know. I just needed something, it stopped, and I just wanted something more and more consistent. And I've also had this overwhelming urge to like build a community. There's like something about that that's important for me and my journey. So that's what I wanted to do. And there you go. So that glare can go away from my glasses. So yeah, I wanted to do that, and looking at uh what I had picked up, I was just like, I'll just start my own. But I don't want to call it a sister circle because I don't want it to feel like everything what's already out there. This I want this to be unique, and I want it to be mine. So I call it a Goddess Gathering. And I honestly enjoyed it very, very, very much. And but I got in my head about how many people and the reach and all that good stuff. And I finally just, I let it go. And as time has gone on, and I've missed it, and I've missed those moments of, um, oh my gosh, I needed this. Or, oh my gosh, I enjoyed this so much. I missed that. Um, and I have this thing about consistency. So that's the other thing that was about my issue with it. So, okay, sorry. So yeah, I had time to kind of like go through my own healing journey and realize, get over my imposter syndrome and things like that, and realize I was making an impact. It didn't matter how many people I impacted. I was making an impact. And I enjoyed that. It was fun. I felt fulfilled. And I'm like, you know what? I want that again. So I had to go through some of my own spiritual stuff and come into some more oneness within me before I felt like it was going to be okay for me to start again. So I'm ready. I'm ready to start again. Um, Things that this is not a therapy session. We may talk about some things that trauma related and triggering, but this by no means is group therapy. So if you feel like that's what you need, um, then you need to go to a therapist. Like, I've seen a therapist, and I am a strong advocate, especially for those of you who are people of color and minorities. We have trauma that we didn't even experience living within us. We have trauma from our ancestry living within us, and that's something we have to address and deal with as a people. So this isn't therapy. What it is a gathering of souls, and I use that word purposely because we all carry divine feminine energy within us. So whether you are natural born woman, whether you are non-binary, whether you are trans, I often draw people who are at a crossroads. Like that's typically who at a crossroads need nurturing, something to that effect. And so if you feel like that's where you are, then this may be what's for you. Um, I've read Sacred Woman, Pussy Prayers, Please, and each one of these will be incorporated along with just my own mm, thoughts, feelings. Everything here is opinion. Like at the end of the day, you still like have your own life to co-create, and I want you to take that and do that. Like I want to empower you to do just that. Um, my intention is for us to remind ourselves of the divine beings that we are and what that means, and cultivating a practically spiritual practice, because I find myself to be practically spiritual. Um, you need to be spiritual in your way, in a way that's practical for your life, and that's important. Um, because at no point does the divine require you to go into debt in order to find the divine. And so that's why I call it practically spiritual. Um, I want you to come away from this feeling empowered, feeling like you own your sacred femininity. Not only that, feel like you own your sacred masculine and feel like you can have sacred union within yourself, because you need that within yourself before you can have it with somebody else. So we're gonna meet right now. I'm gonna leave it at once a month, kind of see how things go. We're coming into flu season and things like that. I got kids. I gotta just be practical with how I do things. So right now it's gonna be once a month on Sundays, meeting at noon. I am looking for a physical location so that at least a small group of us can meet in person, but there will be a Zoom link. So this is not limited just to people who are right here locally to me. There will be a Zoom link for folks to join. Right now the count is 50, but if I have a strong enough pool and there's like, hey, no, I want to come, I'll open it up to more. Okay. My sons are homesick, so there's that. Um, but yeah, I want this to be a welcome place. What is not gonna be boundaries. One, I'm not doing individual readings. Yes, I will do a group reading just like I did before. So before I will do like an energy of the session, I will do that, and it might give me an inspiration on how the session is going to flow. That's going to happen. Um, we will gather for the new moon. I already have full moon plans, so we'll gather for the new moon. Um, but I'm not doing individual readings. You can book an individual reading separate. I might give you a coupon discount for joining, but at least for right now, you can book an individual reading if you need one. I am though offering free 15-minute consultations because I will give homework. And along with the financial energy exchange, doing your homework is part of the energy exchange. I expended energy creating the homework. Your exchange is by doing and implementing the feedback and then coming to the sessions ready to discuss what you did. So I'm not going to give you anything heavy where you got to like to rearrange your whole life. That is never my intention. That's also why we meet monthly, to give you time to be able to execute the homework and give that, because I'll suggest things for you to read, pages to read, things like that. Um, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not going to call this a class just yet, but I feel like eventually that's what it's going to evolve into. Right now, it's just a gathering. It's a gathering of souls that are looking to cultivate, nourish, uplift their own divine energy and their own divine practice. If you have an issue with me referring to the Most High God in a way that is goddess, this might not be the session for you. I'm inviting non-binary and trans. If you have an issue with that, that's not a session for you. We ain't gonna man bash ever, at all. It's not gonna happen. This, if you feel like that's what you want to do, this is not the session for you. We're not gonna women bash. We're not gonna bash each other. You feel like that's what you want to do, this is not the session for you. This is not the group for you. I don't do the drama that I like. Very rarely, if you follow me on social media, you have ever heard me say haters and people. I just don't. And it's not that I don't feel like there may not be people that exist that feel that way about me. I just don't care. I am heavily armed and protected, and there are no obstacles in my way. My road is open. And my enemies, if I got any, it ain't my business how they're taken care of. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I leave that in spirit's hands. That's I don't have anything to do with that. So I'm not encouraging, inviting, engaging in any drama. I don't need your money. I don't. So you can cancel at any time. I have it set on my website where you can just, it's a recurring event. So you can set up an automatic recurring payment to come. And that's what I'm going to encourage you. If you decide, I don't know if I'm going to come every month, so you want to pay one at a time, that's cool. When I go bi-monthly, the second one I may end up doing a separate price. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but not bi-monthly, but if I do twice a month, we'll see. If the 15-minute consult, if you are part of the gathering and you want the consultation, just message me, because since my time to be able to talk uninterrupted is funny, just message me, and if I say, okay, I know I've got time on this day at this time, we can schedule it one off like that. So you don't have to necessarily book those from the site, but you do need to book it. Like, you just can't call me and ask for 15 minutes. No, you just can't do that. There's something else I'm thinking about doing for the Goddess Gathering specifically, but I need to go and sit with it for a little bit and see if I'm going to do that. But yeah, as of right now, we're going to meet partially in person, partially online. We're going to do rituals together for like the new moon and help manifest. I'm excited about that. We'll talk about working with the moon. We'll talk about our goddess cycles. We will talk about shadow work. We'll talk about the journey to self, because before you go into any practice, regardless of what it is, it has to start within you. We'll talk about why I say self-love is an act of worship, honoring your sexuality, and I'm going to partner with folks. I've met some really great people who I trust. A couple, my son has given me the green light. Mommy, okay, awesome, you're good energy. So we'll talk about that. And if you think of some other things that you would like for us to discuss, then let me know. But that's what I wanted to share. The first session is going to be November 7th. I've already got it up on my site, so you can go ahead and start joining in now. I'm really excited. I'm working on where I want to kind of house like homework, and because not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's on Instagram. So if you have any ideas on some places where I can do that, I'm going to play with my site to see if I can make a blog that's private. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and looking forward to just sharing space with y'all. I'm so excited to be doing this again. It was so much fun before. I am going to do one super quick card just to energy for the Goddess Gathering, how I'm feeling now, and just ooh. So we got Ace of Earth, which is like the Ace of Pentacles. A seed. A seed is growing. A seed is growing. A seed is growing. Yeah. And this is probably like the equivalent of the Knight of Cups, but I feel like it's very maternal. Every time I see this, I think of a mother. So this is the counselor, and I love that. I love that. We got whales, a star, a heart. I love that so much. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you. Feel free to send me a message if you have any questions. I changed my mind about the application. I'm just setting the intention. Whoever is for my highest and greatest good and I for theirs, they're welcome. Okay? Bye.